We're joined here today with author Nicole Fanning, who is a mafia romance author and actually has 2 books out now. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, can you tell us about these novels and what's all involved in them?
Absolutely. So, as you said, they are mafia romance novels. And so they cover the story of Jackson Pace, who is the Don Supreme. He is the mafia lord over a group of mafia syndicates in Chicago, who also happens to be a billionaire and hotel chain owner. And our female protagonist, who is Natalie Tyler, and she is a nurse. She's in Chicago because she's there for her cousin's wedding, and she just happens to be staying at one of Jackson's hotels. And in the process, she kind of thwarts this kidnapping of his daughter, and she stops it. And that kind of puts her in the path of this dangerous mafia lord. And he has just never met anyone like Natalie before. And he immediately is kind of on guard because he thinks that she's doing this for like an ulterior motive. And she's doing it just because she felt like it was the right thing to do. And because of the world that he lives in, this dark and dangerous, kind of shadowy world, he just can't comprehend why someone would just do the right thing for the sake of doing the right thing. So he's just completely enamored with her. So the book basically in one kind of covers their relationship and him kind of wooing her and starting to let his guard down. And, she's got some things she's working through too. I said she's there for her cousin's wedding. Her ex-fiance is actually the best man in that wedding. And so she's really struggling with the fact that she's in this forced proximity and her family doesn't know why the relationship ended. So they're kind of like nudging her to get back together with him, and she's just really not interested. So it kind of covers, just their relationship. And, the reason why it's called Catalyst is because they're both kind of a different catalyst in each other's lives. So
And are these your first books to ever publish?
they are, yes, they are. The Heart of the Inferno series will be a trilogy, and they are my first books.
How has support been so far with these 2 new books?
Oh my gosh, it's been incredible. I really saw it kind of take off on TikTok. I've had the blessing of just some amazing fans and readership that are very vocal about how much they love the characters and the story. And your readership will really promote your books for you, genuinely, if they love the story. And I've been very fortunate in that sense. So yes, the response has been fantastic. So
Now, with also being a best-selling author, you were also saying earlier that you do have a TikTok, that you do have quite a big following on there. What kind of content do you usually post? And would you say that the supporters from your TikTok page have helped out with your first books?
absolutely. I always said like I write for myself and I publish for others. And any success that Catalyst and Ignite have seen has been through the readership. And TikTok is kind of my main platform that I've, been able to promote the books on. And so my content kind of varies. So I do some book content where I'm telling people about the books, but I also try to just do some goofy, like, this is who I am as a person content, kind of let them in to see what author life is like, what it's like being married. There's a lot of content about my dogs on there. So it's kind of a mixed bag because I want anybody who's following and loving the story to also feel like they're getting to know me personally as well through that process. So, but yeah, no, the readers have really been what's propelled these books forward. So
What's your plan now after publishing these 2 books? Are you going to be working on the next ones in the series?
absolutely. So I have 2 right now. So we have Catalyst, which is the first, and we have Ignite, which is the second. And these will be a trilogy. So there's one more called Flashpoint that's due in the spring. And that's what I'm working on now. But ultimately, what I'm creating in this, what I'm calling a mafia verse, it's going to be 12 books. So they will, Catalyst, Ignite, and Flashpoint, this first trilogy will be like the heart of the series. That's why it's called Heart of the Inferno. And they kind of feature Jackson and Natalie's perspective alternating every other chapter. The other books in the series will see that main character perspective change. So we'll get to see some people who are side characters in these novels be the main character in the novels to come. And we'll still get, some Jackson and Natalie content through that too, but they will be the side characters in those novels. So there's definitely big plans for the series. When I started writing it, I wrote a whole big novel, a whole big binder of character backstory. So that's what kind of led me to be like, maybe we could dive into these characters a little bit more and give a little bit more of their backstory. So it'll be fun.
For readers that may not be aware, where can they be able to purchase these books and just find more information about them?
Absolutely. So I'm available on Amazon. And the books are they're free on the Kindle store if you have Kindle Unlimited. So they're both available in ebook form and paperback form. Working on a hardcover form as well, because I've had that request. So there will be a hardcover form as well. But right now it's on Amazon. And if you are a Kindle Unlimited member, you can read them for free.
Perfect. Well, for all you readers out there that are a big fan of that mafia romance type genre, make sure to check out Nicole Fanning's new books. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.